Reddit is my first source of information, and I just opened it like, I don't know, half an hour ago, and I saw this post which got me into a mini rabbit hole. So I just jumped on video and I want to talk about it. Let's talk about Lily Animation and the backlash of talking bad about her country, which is Norway, by the way. Let's go. Hi, hello, welcome or welcome back. My name is Noemi. I really hope that I will finish the animation so I won't be here repeating my intro all over again. But yeah, if you don't know, I'm an artist, small business owner. I'm from Italy. I'm Noemi. Did I say that already? Well, I'm Noemi. And on this channel, I do a bunch of things such as showing what I do into my art, crochet. If you're interested, I will bring gaming too. But most of all, I talk. I talk about everything. And today we're going to talk about this because it's a theme really close to my art, which is basically talking shit about your own country. And yeah, I do that. mm, I don't want to say daily, but weekly. Let's say weekly. So as soon as I saw this post here on Reddit, I was like, yeah, I need to talk about this. Do I follow Lily Animation? No. Do I know who she is? I'm sorry, because I couldn't find one information. I went on her channel and I looked specifically to see if there were like any social media connected. And on this screenshot taken, I believe 3 hours ago, there's an Instagram, as you can see. But I went and there's no Instagram. So maybe she was receiving, I don't know, stupid messages, in my opinion. Like from bullies, let's say, and maybe she deleted the. So I'm going to assume a she, honestly. And if I'm using a wrong pronoun, I'm so sorry. Um, but basically, I went like I just opened it Reddit, and this popped, and I was like, yeah, dude, I need to talk about this. Um, okay, so YouTuber Lily Animation has nuked. I love the term nuked because right now I see this term everywhere. I want to do something so people can do. No, I mean nuked something. Their their. Okay, so I'm going to use they. Yeah, I'm going to use they. It's fair enough. Has nuked their channel after being mocked online for complaining about living in Norway. Okay, so there's this screenshot here, and then this other screenshot here. There's, I believe this was the cover image. Also, being bullied for 8 minutes. 8 minutes video is insane. Well, you can be bullied for 1 minute too. But yeah, 71K, by the way, 8 days ago. And they had 3.4 subscribers. Right now they have 3.57. Oh, they gained follower. Okay, so I don't know if they are using another pronouns. I see people saying she. I don't know. I would just they. Yeah, people are saying they. So I'm going to use they. Okay. So basically, we're going to watch this video right away. And while I watch this video, where is it? Here, because there's the re-upload. And I didn't want to make this video at first, but when the more I was thinking about, the more I was like, yeah, no, I need to jump on this for two main reasons. First things first, I've always been like, my biggest dream growing up was to live, and still is that. Sorry, my phone. I really hope that you didn't catch that. Um, sorry. My biggest dream was to leave Italy like forever. If you don't know, I was born in South Italy. In some videos, I said it. I don't say it in every video. I was born in Italy and raised in South Italy, born and raised in South Italy. We moved quite a lot, almost in the same area, not the same city, but the same area, let's say. But yeah, I always hated everything. And as soon as I took myself out of that area, I was like, yeah, no, you know what? I want to go away. And I grew up with imagining, like, with movies and mangas. I grew up loving two countries: America, most of all New York. I always loved New York back then. It's not that I don't love it now, but with everything that's going on, I'm like, also I never visited. So, and Japan, oh, every single inch of Japan. So I had two binders, and with my first computer and my first printer, I started printing everything out of New York and Japan. And it was looking at those binder was my way to escape basically from the reality that I have. South Italy is beautiful to visit. It's beautiful for the scenery, for the landscape, for the food. To live in South Italy is a nightmare, personally, obviously. But if you know me in real life, you know that I talk shit about South Italy. And I will never stop, honestly, because I lived there and I experienced what I experienced. And every time I go back, honestly, not so often anymore, I experience it's like a PTSD, honestly. But it's not something only like South Italy has problems, but also Italy has problems because if you don't know now, I live in Tuscany. So I lived 10 years in Florence and then I moved out of Florence and I loved Florence, but as a tourist is something, to live in a place is something else. So TLDR is if I sit here and make a video on Italy, I can make a freaking movie about all the reasons that why I hate Italy. And I kid you not, probably many Italians will jump on the hate train because, especially now with the like, there's a weird weather in Italy for many things, many reasons. Um, Political wise, I'm not going to talk about that, but political wise is something that it's like the country is pretty split in two. So yeah, I believe I will have, and this is one of like the perks of Italians. Let's say we are the type of people that we Italians can talk shit about Italy, but if a foreigner, let's say tourists or whatever, they come here and talk shit about Italy, we get so freaking mad. And I understand that to the core because we are from a country where we were born, raised, whatever. It doesn't matter where where in Italy you were born, raised, whatever, or you came here when you were so young and basically you are Italian. Um, we know the problems. We lived the problems. But for a tourist that comes here for like a week, we do not condone that. No. So TLDR is that I really resonate with this video. I didn't saw the video. I don't know what they are going to talk about. But I understand mostly now the Norway has been under the spotlight because, and even I that I never follow and will never follow football, soccer, how do you want to call it? But because there's that player who's is popping on my feed like crazy. I don't watch those videos. I don't. I couldn't care less, honestly, about football players that earn billions to kick a ball. I don't give a fuck, honestly. Um, so I understand why you feel the need to talk shit about your country. And I think, uh, I don't know what they're going to say, honestly, but it's also should be always taken if it's really criticism, or maybe they talk shit about, yeah, yeah, I don't like my food or whatever. Okay. You always need to take it as a reflection thing. Like, let me reflect on this, I think. But yeah, enough with the babbling. Let's go. Oh, today I'm going to sorry. I'm going to destroy everything. So yeah.
When you mention Norway to someone, people are going to be like, oh my god, you live in such a perfect country with no issues. My dude, I wish that was true. But I get it though, the country
Okay, same thing that they say about Italy. Same exact thing. I'm like, huh? But tone deaf people are not welcomed here. Tone deaf people, go.
is really good and I'm really lucky to be born here. But this video is just going to be about how I think some things here are really annoying. First off, our cuisine here, aka the food we made through our history, kinda sucks. If you go to a restaurant to order anything, there's a 99% chance the food isn't even Norwegian. You can order anything, pasta, pizza, burger, injera, kebab. No one's gonna buy smalahove, and no one's gonna buy kumle. It's a wet.
I'm loving the. I think I never heard like Norwegian. If you don't know, it's the princess, whatever, Cinderella. No, Cinderella with Hilary Duff. Norwegian. Yeah, I love that scene. But I never heard the Norwegian, like the spoken language. It makes me laugh. I don't know the pronunciation. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't want to. Oh, now I will be bull. It's funny to hear. Like, I believe if I will talk in Neapolitan one day on video, people will laugh their asses off, honestly.
Ball of flour.
Whatever you're selling, I ain't buying, yo.
Well, I'm not gonna lie though, I'm gonna be honest here, like, kumle kind of slaps, but that's not the
Wait,
point.
what?
If you're a tourist, you're not gonna buy that. Like, jokes aside though, there's a reason to why northern countries do have really dry and really cold food types. I would love to explain it to you in another video if people are interested, but for now, this video is just gonna be about what I think is really
I would
annoying.
really watch
so
that, honestly.
the food there,
I believe
still
it's because of the. It's it's also why I believe England and Ireland, they have many dishes with potatoes and meat. Obviously, the cuisine of country is based on history, and obviously things can evolve and will evolve eventually. But they're based also on the history and the geographical position, let's say. So I believe dry food, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong. Dry food, because it's like dried fish. It comes like the receipt, the original receipt, it comes from the northern European countries, because obviously they had pretty strong winter, pretty strong cold seasons. So they needed food that was available at every time, even under like 100 degrees Celsius, which is different from Fahrenheit, but 100. So they needed food that wouldn't go to waste, and also it could have been edible, not frozen. So I believe it's for that reason. But honestly, this is something that the food um, thing is something that I learned a lot also going to visit Dublin. I went to Dublin for a week, and also living for like 6 months in Germany. Um, the the countries they are that I mean, you can do that. There are more close, the closest to the Mediterranean Sea in Europe. Um, it's the main sea basically that divides Europe from Africa. Um, are more subject to have a va- um, variegate. Do you say variegate? Wide, let's say, a wide cuisine, such as vegetables and meat and fish. You can basically have a fruits too. Um, and those countries are like Italy, French, Spain, Portugal. The Portugal not because it's up, but still, and Greece. So all the countries here, Albany too, and Slovenia too, I think. So these countries here, they have a more wide cuisine. But the more you go up, when I was in Germany, same thing, honestly. They had a really close cuisine. It was more oriented on meat, sausages, what? Potatoes. Um, like the vegetables were, if you come in Italy, and this is the only good thing, that if you talk with an Italian, they will say, yeah, our food is the best. But besides that, we don't have the money to buy food, so there's a whole bunch of problems. So yeah, if you come to Italy in a market, a local market, or even supermarket, you will see a whole aisle, big gigantic aisle, full of vegetables, fruits, fresh. So this is something that in Germany was like, eh, a little bit, disappointing, but count the country you go, the things, the food you find, it's like that. But I understand the criticism. I don't see anything wrong with this, honestly, till now.
Pretty boring, gotta be honest here. Another thing about food is that there's barely any food to
Mm.
choose from here in our store. You can go to any other country in Europe, trust me, and there will be variations to choose from. You want to become a vegan in Germany? Super easy with many options. You want to buy good pasta in Italy for $1? Super cheap and delicious. But here,
Even less
no, no,
than
no, no,
one.
no. If you want good pasta, you'll have to use $10. And if you want to become
Yeah.
a vegan, it's possible for sure, but it's going to take much more time of your life to find what food that's going to suit your diet. Okay,
Far
the next
too.
reason is our
Oh,
weather. And I
sorry, I
know
have
other countries around 30 degrees over the equator do experience a lot of bad weather because of the cold wind from the north and the warm wind from the south. Like, yeah, I get it, I understand. We won't get it all sunny all day. But for some reason, the city I live in had to choose the absolute worst possible place to build a city. They chose to build a city that is surrounded by mountains. And you know what happens when you do that? The rain is stuck inside there. Like,
Oh
I'll
my
explain a
god,
little
it's
bit.
like a
This
lake.
is fun, it's fun to explain. The steam goes up, and when it gets up, it gets really cold, and it falls back and turns into rain. But when steam goes up and doesn't reach the top of the mountain, it's not able to go over the mountain, meaning that the rain will go back to where it started or where the steam started.
What
Meaning
the
you kind of capture the rain in like a
damn.
bowl. In other words, this city is like the village of the rain, if someone's getting that reference. And you may think, okay, I
I
get it,
didn't,
it's a
but I
lot of
understood.
rain, but there's probably lots of other possibilities you can do in the rain. You can, for example, swim at the beach. When it rains, the sewer comes up at the bottom of the ocean and you have to end up swimming in poop. Okay, what about a hike? Everything here are mountains, and if you walk on top of it when it's rain, it's super slippery and you might fall and you might die. Okay, so indoors activities then? That's possible? Yeah. Yeah, that's what we do. We do indoor activities all the time. Like, you don't
I
understand how
remember
bad it is. If you
I
Google
remember, sorry, you. When I went to Germany, I remember and this is something also that I saw in many, many vlogs of people living in UK. Uh, w- like winter is is beautiful. I love winter. I love the snow. I love the rain. I don't like the Italian summer because it's not summer anymore. Basically, it's like a desert. You die because it's too hot. Um, but when I was in Germany, winter was like crazy because everybody was inside. Like either you spend your day into your house, or you go visit friends, whatever, or either you go to, I don't know, a pub or whatever, closed space. But when the sun comes out, it was crazy. Everybody was outside into the parks. Like the parks were filled up with people. It was beautiful, beautiful. And to even witness that, it's something really beautiful. But obviously, if you live on a mountain, it's like, I imagine, I never been to Norway, not even Bergen, honestly, but I am imagining Bergen via the sketch that this person did, um similar to Switzerland a little bit, and in between of because Switzerland has like the mountains were like this. The landscape is beautiful, but I don't imagine living there, honestly. I understand the slippery.
Google how many days it rains in Bergen. It's gonna say roughly 230 days. Yeah, I think that's over two-thirds of a year. That's insane. And like, I get it. Bergen has its history. It's probably like it was probably really easy to get to the city to like trade like items and
Wait, now I am curious. Wait, how how many days rain in Italy? I'm so sorry, Norway. Dude, they had 240. We have 60 to 90, which honestly, I don't believe 90. It's correct. It's like during the summer here, I believe it rained for like starting of May. It rained like maybe 5 days, maybe. And one of those 5 days is today, by the way. Yeah, around that, honestly. Damn.
food and to export items as well. But like, could they not build a city like 20 boat minutes away from here? I think if you just got outside of these 7 mountains, you would experience less rain. Or maybe I'm just really dumb, I don't know. But it sounds like a good idea to me. Okay, we're not done talking about the weather. Because you may think, oh, because it's such bad weather, they might be really good at preparing for snow and rain, etc. No, we're absolutely not. Again, this place is really high up north, and there's snow and there's rain, and it comes every year. But for some reason, we're never prepared, and it's making me crazy.
Yeah,
Like,
I understand that. And I'm also going to show you something because I'm pretty sure about the answer. So I'm going to show you something. Country with, well, it's up 20. I remembered it. Oh, 2021. Okay. Okay, I remember it wrong.
every year, on the first day of snow, it's chaotic. Like, you're lucky if you're able to get a bus that is like 30 or 40 minutes late. You're even lucky if you're able to get a bus at all. And the whole country has this culture of like, oh, don't be late, remember to be there on
Oh
time.
my God.
But every single bus, every single train, every teacher, all food that's going to be delivered, everything is late all the time. No one is on time. Like, maybe I'm romanticizing other places like Japan where you hear that the train is never later than 1 minute, and 1 minute is actually the longest the train has ever used to not be there on time. But like, I wish we just had a little bit of that. I don't know how many years.
You know what's funny about this? Is that if I'm going to talk about Italy, besides the biggest city that have like subway or the tram or a big, uh, a more present more, how do you say, damn it, more buses in general. Like, if I'm going to say something like this in Italy, like, I swear, probably there's memes about this. If I'm going to say, damn, this freaking bus arrived like 30 minutes late, people will say, enjoy it because it arrived at least. Like, if your bus arrives in Italy, even if it's late, you kiss the ground. This is what we say, baci per terra, because it's something so uh, not normal, honestly, but it's something we have. Uh, our trains are just now lately, let's say, being improved. Even if we were like, I believe we were, Naples was the first, had first station, train station in Europe, I believe, after England, or maybe it was the first one in Italy. Yeah, in Naples, yes. And it was built in 1839. Since then, let me tell you that there are some regions, like I'm going to show you some region in South. Damn it! I want a map. Some regions in South Italy, there are like this places here, which is called Puglia. There are some places here in the center, here, and the islands, Sicily and Sardinia, that are cut off of everything. Like, this is also why you cannot not talk shit about Italy, because it's something that it's, besides the northern part of Italy, you you are required nationally to talk shit about Italy. So this is also why I don't understand the backlash on this person, honestly. They're not saying anything like wrong, I believe. And also, to be tone deaf that you don't even know national problems, it's like dumb.
Wasted waiting on things, waiting on people, waiting on plates, waiting on everything, and I'm getting crazy. I don't, and everyone around me are so chill about it except me. Maybe I'm the problem. I don't know.
I understand. Honestly, in South Italy, this was and this is why I didn't like it. Maybe, again, maybe it was my area, but there were few peoples who were bothered. But the people who, most people in South Italy, I want to talk about my region, which is Campania, and my province, which is Salerno. Most people in the little cities are like, you are born here, you are like, they don't, besides for holidays, they don't even fathom the idea. Usually, there are obviously exceptions, but they don't even fathom the idea to live in another city in Italy, not even to live in another country in the world. It's like a little cosmo, like a little world inside city where you're supposed to live. Like, for example, my cousins, for example, they never said, oh yeah, I want to travel, and I want to, which, again, there's nothing bad, but I believe this resonates a little bit with the country and the like the mentality, honestly. Also, because if you don't explore, you will never, first things first, appreciate what you have in your country, which is something that sometimes I do, honestly. But also, you don't experience new cultures, new behavior, new landscapes. It's like you're just living to live. I don't know if it makes sense. But in the moment I found myself saying, yeah, I really want to leave Italy. I really want to travel. I really want to experience new places. The people that I had around me, even my family, they were like, nah, why you need to do that? You have everything here. Like this small city with 10,000 people, maybe it's everything you need and it's everything you should want in your life. Which for me, I was like, yeah, hell no, bye. And I went. So I understand that. And I understand maybe they also make this video to find not bullying, honestly, which is, I will wait until the end of the video to scream, honestly. But maybe they made this video also to find someone who will resonate with them, who will be like, yeah, hell yeah, I understand what you say because I'm from this other little place in Norway and I hate the shit out of it and we don't have this and that. People who will sympathize with them and instead, I don't know.
Okay, next one are the people here. And I am Norwegian myself, meaning I am also a awkward person that takes a lot of space from people and stand awkwardly at concerts and only say hello to people when you go on hikes. Like, yeah, I am that too. But there is such a coldness here with the people. Like, I know this is about people here being really reserved and highly respectful of personal space and privacy, which I do appreciate a lot. But the effect on this is concerning. My source here is my grandmother, so take this with a pinch of salt, by the way. But she works with young people and is educated on something I don't know the English word for, but it
Oh, the
helps people
granny.
going through specific depressions and other issues that they need help with. Where she learned through a course that one of the loneliest people in the world are young adults from Scandinavia.
Yeah,
So
this is what I
maybe
wanted to
there's a
see
reason to that.
before.
Maybe there's a combination here we don't really see. And it kind of makes sense in a way. Like if you need anything.
Listen, some time ago, I remember that it went viral. Can I say that? Uh, that this like Scandinavian people were the more like they were subject, the easiest people to uh to be dealing with mental health issues and most of all suicidal um ideas like disorders or something like that. And I remember that. And I remember that the correlation was with weather, with the food, with the lights, because there, I believe in Norway too, there are like, there's more during winter, there's few light in the day, which is something that happens in Italy too. Like, and you will hear people as soon as it starts getting darker outside at 4 p.m., 3 p.m. People will get like so freaking bored. But we have like a bunch of hours of light. There are places who they just stay in night for months, and I cannot imagine Italians be like this because they will go around acting insane, honestly. So I do understand why people deal with this kind of things around the weather, around the how the word what how the nation is builded, let's say. And I also think that what they're talking about is something related also to the culture, because is people who come to Italy, and I know that because I used to work until last summer in tourism. People who come here, they always told me that they love, Italy, they love the food, whatever, everything that we know already. But the thing that they love the most is that when they go to South Italy, which again is something really rooted in our culture, and it's so rooted, and this is also why people don't leave South Italy, because they are so um, connected to family, to parents, to whatever, they don't want to leave. maybe this is also why I never had a relationship with my parents, but that's another story. And when tourists go in South Italy, they can like they can feel, they can hear, they can experience that warmth, because most restaurants are family managed. Most, I don't know, places on the beach are family managed. Hotels, Airbnb are family managed. So when you step into a hotel, when you step into a restaurant, you see like the mom taking orders, the dad cooking, the daughter, I don't know, serving, whatever. So you can feel that, and you can feel like they're uh, back and forth, let's say. So this is something that you can experience in South Italy. In like north of Italy and center of Italy, it's a little bit different. There are many places family oriented, which is something common too, but it's more mostly in the biggest city. It's something, it's a little bit wider. Um, so you can experience that also because we are mostly um I think we are more entertainer. We act like we want to entertain people. So this is also why it's easier to talk with us. It's easier to know us, and also something that I struggle with Italians is, which is something that I do too, but because we are really curious. So we don't have social norms, like don't ask this person for their age, their job, their no. If we start talking to you, we're like, oh, where are you from, how old are you? Not in this way, but in order to know you, because we want to know you. So it's really easy to for me to my mom says that I can talk with the rock because really wherever I go, bar, supermarket, post office, everywhere, I can talk with everyone. And I know that if I stay in that place, we can talk, like I know that I want to know you. So I can, unless I find a person that doesn't want to talk and it's obvious. And so I'm like, okay, bye. So I understand these kind of things. And maybe there's the exception in Italy, like there's the person that doesn't want to talk, there's a person that do not care about social interactions and whatever. Same thing, I believe, in Norway. Like this person is saying, I want to meet people. I want to talk with people. I want to be more close to people. So maybe they look around themselves and they only see people who are like cold, more reserved, let's say. They're more reserved, but they crave like more open people. And in Italy, it can be the same. We are mostly open, and there can be a person who wants more cold and closed people. Who 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 are we to judge?
Anything. You can buy it or you can get it, but it's usually where you use money and you don't really get it through like a connection from someone or anyone.
Yeah.
And I'm not a psychiatrist, so again, take everything I say with a pinch of salt. But I think the luxury have something to do with the loneliness. You get a lot of space, you get a lot of time to think, you get so much alone time that it might create a loop where you feel alone, or at least that's what I feel, and a lot of people I know do really feel. And it's really lonely here, even though we have everything we could ask for. And on top of that, there's something called polar night, aka dark times, where we barely
I
see
knew
any
about
sun
that.
in the winter time, that do really affect our mood, because of the lack of sun and the lack of vitamin D.
Hold
I need
it.
to clear up, like, this is not the people's fault. I don't think people here
Yeah.
are like this by nature, but it's just like how the culture have
Yeah.
turned right now, it turned into. And it sucks to see that so many people you know and love are so lonely, and even worse than lonely, that they have even worse thoughts. And I mean, I don't know how to fix it, but I know it's an issue for sure. So I just wanted to share it. And what's really annoying about
Dude, you're doing a great job. I Like I'm glad that making this video. I will edit this video the fastest as possible, the fastest I can, because and I'm going to tag you. And please do not deactivate this freaking account because I will come to Norway, punch you. I'm sorry. I get a little bit overwhelmed because mother, why people? I don't know. I don't know why this person got bullied, and I really hope it was not from Norwegian people. But girl, if you are so tone deaf that you watch 8 million videos about your freaking country, you cannot say, yeah, damn, this person is right about everything. And it's just sharing their opinion and their thoughts. And I'm going to talk about something in a second. I don't understand why bully. So they just said they wanted connection. They wanted people to talk, even talk about the problems, and you go there and bully this person. What the? And it's something that I see like by watching, videos and vlogs and whatever. Um, I see many content creators using the platform of YouTube, their art, whatever, to build connections. Even if it's something that you build with a person on the other side of the world, maybe they will come to Norway one day, or maybe you will go to their place one day. So you can build something. Yes, out of nothing, like you can have connections. So outing your feelings, outing your thoughts about something, why is that wrong? Why is that? I will say it again. If I make a freaking video in Italy, people will come and say, yeah, you're right. And you can go on Reddit and look for the Italy Reddit. You is like, people go crazy there. They're crazy. Like they complain about everything, everything. Even if there's a cloud in the sky, they complain about that. So I'm like, obviously, where you live. When I go into the mountain, when I go into the forest, when I am around Florence, which is the city that I love the most, um, I am astonished with everything, the people, and the architecture and the beauty and the sea. Florence does not have the sea, but in South Italy we have beautiful places on the beach, like beach, sea, whatever, and mountains and river. You're not that dumb to believe that I hate this country, but you are dumb if you pretend that I'm doing like the monkeys. I don't hear, don't see, and don't speak, because I'm going to talk and I'm going to say, yeah, this country has a problem, has a big problem of racism, has a big problem of uh, something that begins with F and ends in ism. Um, it has many problems, and we know that, and we experience that every single day. But we are here to talk. We are here also to find people who think the same things that you think. Does it make any sense? So I really hope that this person, if they deactivate the channel, I will find a freaking way to fund them and to let them see this video. I know that I'm just a stupid person on the internet, but you need to know. You need to know. Damn it.
Being here. But yeah, that's the whole video. It's just me ranting about things I don't know about the country I live in. Wow, it's such a first world problem thing to like talk about, but it's annoying and it sucks, and I want to share it. Like this is what I do. Thank you for watching. I appreciate that you watched the whole video. Wow, oh my god, thank you. I'm sorry I didn't post in a while, but I had an exam and I had to do it and focus on it. So thank you for still being here, even though I'm not really, what's the English word for it? Consistent. Thank you for being here. I love you.
First things first, I love the pronunciation. Damn it. I feel like, but yeah, I don't have words sometimes. Not even in Italian. I don't remember the words at all. So girl, I don't really understand what. Also, something else that I wanted to say before, and another thing came up into my mind. Damn it, this ADHD is blasting today. Um, I watched Rental Family yesterday in Florence, in Villa Bardine, which is heaven. Beautiful. See, you can say beautiful things about your country. But let me talk. No, better not. But Rental Family, it's something, it's a movie based on many, many things that are wrong with Japan and Japanese culture. And as I said, I grew up dreaming about Japan too with New York. So also I was studying in university, and I studied history and institutions of Japan, and history of art of Japan, and archaeology of Japan. So I'm pretty familiar for with what I'm going to talk about in a set, just as a GIF. Japan has many, many problems, and watching that movie with Brenda Fraser, by the way, which um, it was it was beautiful because it was also, besides the beautiful movie and the slice of life story, it was also a critique to everything that is wrong with Japan. Um, and I love the fact that there were many, many things, such as, which is something pretty similar to Norway, honestly, such as the lack of communication, the lack of friendship, the lack of uh, there are there are so many social norms, like the politeness and the um, being on time, but they're so, like, they talk also about the taboo on mental illness or the struggle with mental health, um, like the vision that they have of women and the relationships. So it's something that it's a beautiful movie, beautiful scenery, landscape of Japan, beautiful actors and actresses, amazing. But obviously it's a critique too. So I believe that most intelligent people are able to discern right from wrong. So I don't understand this. I don't understand the bullying and why this person needed to cancel everything. I really hope that they just unlisted the videos, because, the, as I said, if you leave a bad comment, hateful comment, whatever, as long as it's not uh, like racist, homophobic, whatever, disrespectful to people. I don't care if you disrespect me. Do whatever you want. But I will leave it on. But not only for me, but for you, to let the world see that you're done. So if you leave hateful comments, people need to know. People need to know that there are other people in the world that say and even think about something so bad. So first, second, I also want to talk about something quickly, really quickly, which is, I don't know how old is this person, but first things first, the everything that they said was said in in a beautiful way. But I know that if I made a video on all the reasons why I hate Italy, would it be like when I was 20 years old? Dude, I wouldn't have any, like, you couldn't, only bad things, in a harsh way, in a hard way. Obviously, now I'm 30, almost 32. So it's obvious that I saw many, many things. I experienced many, many things. I talked and encountered a whole, like, I cannot imagine how many people I encountered, mostly when I was working in tourism. Um, but yeah, I talked with so many people. I heard so many life stories. And obviously now, if I will make this video now, it would be really, really different. So I also would like to know the age of this, but I'm not saying that this video was harsh, angry, but obviously when you are younger and with less world experience, you can only see your place as kind of a box that you are there and you are experiencing only, and you feel like the weight of the world on your shoulders because it's like you cannot escape. But as soon as you open that box and put yourself a little bit out of that box, you can see everything in a clear way. So you can talk about things in a less less stressed way. And again, I'm not saying that they did it. I think, but maybe people felt it, which is something really you are not responsible for how people feels. If you know that you didn't hurt anyone, if you know that you were just saying your opinion politely, which they did, you are not responsible for other people's emotions. That they need to work on that. It's not about you. So I don't know, guys. I don't know. Let me know. Also, let's make something. Let's make oh my face. Um, if you watched this video, if you came this far, congratulations, congratulations. Let's comment with oh I don't like this. Yeah, better. Um, l- let's leave a comment. You leave a comment. With because they gave 3 reasons. So 30 reasons why. Give 3 reasons why you hate your country. And obviously, these 3 reasons are not like implying that you hate your country and you hate it needs to disappear, whatever. No. But 3 major reasons why you hate your country. I will give you mine. There are so many. Damn it. 3 reasons. The first reasons is the, and I believe it's something that it goes with every country, honestly, culture, because it's something that builds up also new people that you got instilled in yourself growing up. So culture, mostly South Italy culture, because I want to talk about South Italy. Um, Talking also about how they objectified and treated and still treat, unfortunately, women, which is something really, really sad. Second, the streets. When I was in Germany, I felt like being in another, like on another planet, because there are some streets and roads in Italy who are, as I said, who are there, but it was better if they weren't there. So you cannot move easily, and Italy is like this on a map. You know, Norway is like this. Okay. I don't know if you ever saw a map of Europe. Well, Italy is a poopy like this. There are countries big like this. So I'm like, we cannot travel in this small country. What the hell? But yeah, moving inside Italy, it's really, really bad. Even intern flights, they cost a lot. And it's something really awful because you don't make you don't make it easy for Italian people to travel in um in their own country. So and third, tourism, but not in the sense that I hate tourists. No, I hate the lack of organization. Yeah, let's say organization because it goes with everything. It's like big cities cannot organize themselves in order to give the tourists the experience that they're paying for and looking for, and also to give people who actually live there and pay their taxes to Italy, because tourists do not pay taxes. If you didn't know, in Italy there's something called tax free. We pay taxes if you come here, and I believe if you are not in Europe, if you're European, maybe don't have the tax free. But if you are not from Europe, you have the tax free. So you have all the taxes that you pay on a purchase, you have it back. You know, we don't. We just pay. So we pay the taxes as people who live, like, as I said, I lived 10 years in Florence, and it was it was crazy insane. It was like zero organization, zero. And sometimes it seems that Italians do thrive on messy things. They just want messiness. And it's something that really, really, it's like an ick in my itch in my brain. But also at the same time, there are regions in Italy, such as in South Italy, which is beautiful, who are not on the radar of any tourist. Lack of marketing, lack of advertisement, lack of everything. Which in a sense it's good because they're not trashed. Again, not because of the tour, well, maybe also because of the tour, but mostly because of the organization. But yeah, these are the three major things that I want to say about Italy. I cannot talk about food. I don't want to talk about politics because, dude, we will never finish. But yeah, these are my three major things. Yeah. So yeah, this is the video. Let me know your 13, 13 reasons why. No, three. Let's say three. Oh, if you want to do the 13, go for it. Thank you so much. Damn it. Thank you so much for watching. I really want to send a hug to Lily Animation, and I really hope that I will be able to send her this video, um, because it's important to support people. Mostly, I like to call out people, and I did it in my like all videos that I posted. I like to give my opinions when people do dumb shit, but I also like to support people who doing are not doing anything wrong. So what? So yeah, let me know what you think. Do the YouTube things if you want. I'm here to talk about many, many things. I said things 100 times. Please don't ring anytime I say things in this video. You will die. Bye. We will see each other really, really, really soon.